a regal bird.
Yes, he is.
You don't hear me. The eagle is a regal bird. And by regal, I mean kingly, royal. Royal. And in this way, the eagle symbolizes God, because God is not just a king. He is the king. And I'm glad it's that way, because kings and rulers got to have somebody over them, and they've got to be accountable to somebody. So in this way, the eagle symbolizes God in his regalness. And then in the next place, the eagle is strong. Is strong. It is said that the eagle can fly along, look down, and see a young lamb or a young animal grazing in a meadow by a mountainside, and swoop down upon that unsuspecting lamb or animal and grab him in the strength of his paws or feet and fly away to yonder's cleft and devour him. He's just that strong. God is strong. You don't hear me. God is strong. Somebody said that he upholds and undergirds the universe. Somebody said that this planet that we live on called Earth, we know by now that it is not built upon a platform. It doesn't have anything holding up that's visible, but it is held in place by two countering forces called centrifugal and centrifugal forces. And they balance each other. You don't hear me. All they are talking about when they say that is just talking about how strong God is. Huh? So strong that somebody called him a leaning post in Zion that millions could lean on and be substantiated and be secure. And somebody called him a city of refuge. And then they called him a fortress. Now you know that's talking about strong, isn't it? So in that way, the eagle symbolizes God. Then you see the eagle is swift. Swift. It is said that the eagle can fly with such swiftness that his wings can be heard roaring in the air. And at the approach of a storm, he can zoom up above the storm and get out of the fury of the storm. Well, in that way, the eagle symbolizes God. For God, you see, is swift. You don't hear me. He's swift. Well, I could tell you many instances of his swiftness, but I'll just tell you about one. One day down in Babylon, 3 Hebrew boys got in trouble. They got in trouble with the king because they would not recognize and respect the ceremony dedicating a new God. Somewhere in their history, in their cultural background, they had something which said, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." And they wouldn't bow. And by the time that they had made it clear that they wouldn't bow and were sentenced to a fiery furnace, God was so swift, he was there before they could get him from court to the furnace, and was walking around in the furnace, air conditioning the fire furnace so that it didn't singe your hair on their heads. Oh, he's swift. Huh? He's swift. I believe that he's so swift, sometime he will hear you and answer you before you get through answering him. Before you get through asking him, the answer is already there. Peter had that experience along with the Christians one time when he was in jail. He's swift. And I'll tell you another thing about the eagle. The eagle, it is said, builds her nest in a peculiar way. It is said that the eagle builds a nest in a kind of a huge fashion to fit her own anatomy and that of her young. But basically, the nest is rather crude and rough. But then as that nest graduates toward a finish, it is said that the material becomes finer and finer and finally soft and downy like cotton, so that the little eaglets can be comfortable in the nest. But when those eaglets have grown up and ought to be out scuffling for themselves, that parent eagle push them out of the nest, take them upon her back, fly out into the blue yonder, and when they are unsuspecting, she dives from beneath them and leave them flopping their little wings, trying to stay aloft. It is said that she circles around above them and watches them while they struggle. And she knows when they have become exhausted. She knows when they can't stay aloft any longer. And when they are about to go down, she dives beneath them and catches them on her back. I think God does us like us. God does us like that sometime. I believe that sometime we find ourselves in the comfortable nest of circumstances, luxury or security or both, and we get so comfortable we don't bother to struggle. We are satisfied right where we are. And then God take us out, allow some circumstances to develop to push us out of our nest of security. And then when we find ourselves, we're on our own wing. Well, have you felt like that sometime?